Operation Sindoor, launched in retaliation for the Pahalgam terrorist attack, marked a turning point in India's counter-terrorism posture. This video analyzes the terminologies employed by the Indian government and military to frame the operation as precise, lawful, and morally justified. By examining official statements and diplomatic messaging, the video explores how language was used not only to legitimize action, but also to shape domestic perception and international response. Right to respond. India invoked Article 51 of the UN Charter, framing the operation as an exercise of the sovereign right to self-defense. This terminology positioned the strike within internationally recognized legal frameworks, lending it legitimacy in forums like the UN Security Council. Preemptive action. By labeling the strikes preemptive, India emphasized the necessity to neutralize imminent threats posed by terrorist camps in Pakistan. This was aimed at precluding the perception of retaliation and instead casting the operation as preventive defense. Holding perpetrators accountable, tying the operation to the Pahalgam attack personalized the mission, establishing a moral basis and reinforcing the narrative of justice rather than aggression. Precision strikes. Use of terms like scout missiles and ASM hammer bombs highlighted advanced targeting capabilities, suggesting that civilian harm was minimized. This aided in countering accusations of indiscriminate bombing, non-escalatory and measured. These terms were repeatedly used to assure both domestic and international audiences that India had no intent to initiate war. Notably, avoiding Pakistani military installations further substantiated this stance. Terrorist infrastructure. Labeling targets as terrorist infrastructure distanced them from civilian domains, focusing attention on the legitimacy of eliminating militant threats like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba. Launchpads for cross-border terrorism. This term directly accused Pakistan of enabling terrorism, setting the foundation for global consensus on the need for action. UN-designated terror groups. Referencing these groups' status under UN sanctions further validated India's actions internationally, portraying them as part of a global counterterrorism effort rather than a bilateral dispute. Justice is served. This definitive proclamation on social media established finality and righteousness in India's actions, rallying national sentiment. Credible intelligence. India proactively cited technical evidence, surveillance data, and survivor testimonies to justify its selection of targets, attempting to preempt claims of illegitimacy or error. Global briefings. NSA Ajit Doval's briefings to key international stakeholders like US, UK, UAE sought to build consensus or at least mitigate diplomatic fallout. This projected India as a responsible power. As a whole, the terminological framework adopted by India in Operation Sindoor was not incidental but strategically crafted to serve legal, political, military, and emotional objectives. In modern hybrid warfare and media-driven narratives, control over language and its interpretation becomes as critical as battlefield success. India's successful use of this strategy sets a precedent in regional conflict communication.